Hey guys, it's Simon here, and it's time for some pickups. Now before we start, I just want to apologise for not having a video uploaded last week. I've been pretty busy at the moment with I guess I'm just going to call it a project that I've been working on. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what it is at the moment because it might fall through, it might not. But so far, everything's looking pretty good. It's going to be a pretty significant life change for myself, my wife, and my son. So from now until Christmas time, my upload schedule might be a little bit patchy, but that's because this project just needs a little bit of time devoted towards it. But I'll see how I go. But anyway, enough about that. Let's take a look at what I've picked up. Okay, on to the pickups now, and we will take a look at the latest PS4 console to add into the collection. It is the limited edition camo green Call of Duty World War II PS4 Slim. And I have mentioned in previous episodes, this is the installment of Call of Duty that I have been waiting for. The last time I enjoyed a Call of Duty game was way back in 2008 with the release of COD World at War. And thankfully, well for me anyway, they have returned to that era with World War II. So far, my opinions on the game, it is very enjoyable. I had a blast playing it. I've completed the campaign. The campaign was a little bit short. I felt it could have been a touch better if they kind of spread it out and slowed the action down, because it's still a very typical Call of Duty game, just fast-paced, crazy cutscenes, explosions, stuff flying everywhere. It is nuts. The multiplayer is enjoyable. The first 2 hours was a little bit of a bummer for me because I got owned constantly. You have to play and kind of upgrade your character, level them up until you can get better weapons and become more competitive. But once you've done that and unlock some new weapons, you do become competitive and it is a lot more enjoyable. As for the console, I'm not going to do an unboxing on the channel. I've already opened this up, obviously, to get the game out, and I've taken some photos of this for my Instagram page. I will leave the link to that in the description below if you want to go over there and check out some close-up shots of this console. One of the noteworthy things I'd like to mention about this is that in the camo print, they've gone and they've added some pretty unique little touches. They've put some hidden DualShock 4 controllers all through that camo, so that does look pretty cool. Next up, we're going to show the PlayStation VR some love. I really want to invest in virtual reality quite heavily, especially PlayStation VR, obviously. I'm such a fanboy for it. I probably sound crazy just waffling on about it non-stop, but it's just been an amazing experience for me. It's probably been one of the best experiences I've ever had the entire time I've been playing video games throughout my life. But I picked up this title, Skyrim VR. We all know what Skyrim is. It does seem like Bethesda is milking the hell out of this game, but Skyrim is just my go-to game. I've spent hours and hours and hours kind of playing this. This is the title I play when I finish everything else. I always find myself revisiting Skyrim. It is awesome. I remember when the game first came out, I said to myself, imagine if we had VR and you could play Skyrim on it. Just walking around being immersed in it, it would be crazy. Little did I know that a few years later, I would actually get my chance, and it blows my mind. It's crazy. I loaded this up last night, installed onto the system, got all the patches done on the unfortunate downside of this generation, and I started playing. I played the first 3 hours of the game, and it is crazy. I know I probably sound like a raging fanboy, but the immersion is crazy. Like, you're inside Skyrim, you're looking around, you can see behind trees, you can walk through towns, you can do anything. You're inside the game. It's crazy to experience this in VR. It's just a whole nother level, and I honestly don't think I can go back to playing Skyrim just on the TV normally. I think I just want to play it in VR non-stop now. It's crazy, but definitely if you have VR, you need to pick up this title. It is really, really good. It's nuts. One noteworthy thing I probably should mention about Skyrim VR. The first time I saw this being demoed was an early build, and they only had to move around. You could only warp and jump everywhere, and I thought, well, that's gonna break the immersion, because Skyrim for me is about kind of taking it slow, walking around, looking at everything, and just taking it all in, just getting the full experience of this insane, huge landscape. And I thought that those warp controls would really break that immersion. However, in the months leading up to this game's release, they added in more control options, so you can use the full locomotive controls. You can play it like you would typically and traditionally play Skyrim with the DualShock 4, walking around, and you can still look around to get that experience. You can use the PS Move controllers, so you can navigate and you can walk around by holding it, and you can block with your shield, hack and slash with your sword, and still just walk around normally, or you can still use those warp controls if you want. All of those control schemes are you can fully customize them, you can speed them up, slow them down, and this will help avoid motion sickness if you are a person that suffers that. But so far, so good. Truly amazing VR title. It is crazy to walk around Skyrim in VR and be immersed in it. Another PlayStation VR title now, and I have picked up PlayStation VR Worlds. This one was only $30. Now, those of you outside Australia might think, hey, $30 is actually pretty expensive, but 30 bucks for a brand new PlayStation 4 game here in Australia is quite cheap. And I also wanted to pick this up so me and my wife had something we can both play VR together on. This contains 5 unique different experiences. The main one I would like to showcase to my wife is Ocean Descent. I have seen that one being demoed before. There was a massive great white shark and it kind of slammed into a shark cage and it looked really, really scary. So probably a good title to kind of let her experience VR on for the first time. Hopefully going to scare her a little bit, but we'll see how we go. I'm looking forward to playing London's Heist, VR Luge, and Scavenger's Odyssey. But for $30, I couldn't go wrong. I really, as I've mentioned before, I want to invest in VR. And a few times when I've been in here playing the PSVR, my wife's walked up to the door, I'm in here with the headset on, I look like a giant twit, just arms flailing everywhere, and she's like, Simon, you look like an idiot, but I'm pretty sure I can get her to change her mind on PSVR once she's played some games on here, so looking forward to firing this one up. Okay, on to some controversy now, and the last pickup of the video is the limited edition Star Wars Battlefront 2 PS4 Slim. Now, I decided to pick up the Slim over the Pro because of the color scheme. The grey just reminds me of an X-Wing / TIE Fighter compared to the black of the PS4 Pro. So I just like the look of this console a little bit better than the Pro, not to mention the fact that the Pro is a lot more expensive and I can't really justify spending that type of money. But anyway, when it comes to Battlefront 2, hasn't this game been getting its name dragged through the mud ever since it was released? Unfortunately, EA has thrown in some dodgy microtransactions which has upset quite a few people, and rightfully so, because basically to unlock some key characters in the game, it either requires you to grind for just crazy amount of hours, or you can basically pay for them up front with some microtransactions. And that kind of sucks because it's a full price game, and if you're releasing a full price game at about $100, everything should be included in the game. You shouldn't have to pay extra. I'm not a fan of microtransactions, they shouldn't exist. If the game was, say, cheaper, half price, $30, $40, yes, I can understand you guys putting microtransactions in, but for a full price game, it seems very, very unfair. But the upside, waking up this morning, due to massive fan backlash, it seems that EA has removed all of those microtransactions. And in the news article that I read, it said, for now, and it was hyphened, for now, EA has removed them all because of the crazy fan backlash. And I think that was because going into the holiday season, they're probably worried about the massive drop in sales from all of the negative news articles that this game has been receiving. But for me, I'm probably one of the few that actually purchased this game for the single player campaign. I haven't opened this yet because I want to kind of get through some of those VR games, but I am very much looking forward to the single player campaign that Battlefront 2 has to offer. Well guys, that is it for today's video. Comment below, let me know what you have picked up recently. I'm off to play some Skyrim VR. Oh god, cannot wait to get stuck into this game. And you know what? I'm probably going to end up opening this Battlefront 2 PS4 as well and checking that out. Hopefully in the upcoming weeks, I'll have some more info to give to you guys about that project that I mentioned I was working on at the start of the video. Really hope that works out. Fingers crossed. I hope that works out. I really, really do. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. Remember, enjoy your gaming. Keep the positivity flowing, and I'll see you next time with more PlayStation content.